Hey guys, what's going on? It is me, Sam here. Welcome to my RuneFest free video. Now, before I get into it, I just want to apologize for the fact that this didn't come out earlier. I just had a real time trying to edit it because if you don't know already, I was using my camera to record and it isn't too great with it. And because I, recorded most of the trip and stuff, it was annoying for me to actually try and cut out the good parts and just try and find the good parts. So I have done my best and I've recorded, or I'm going to be showing all the good parts of the recordings and also a few pictures. So I'm going to let you watch them now. So yeah. Okay then, so the first part of our journey was at the train station. That was my method of transport. Now I did actually come down with my friend Miffy, so it wasn't just me on my own. And this is us in the morning. It was really early on. It was about 7 o'clock. We were at another station before, but I didn't actually record it because we weren't there for long. But this was the main station, where we were waiting to, actually go to London. So like I said, it was about 7 o'clock, so really early on. We were both just completely knackered, and we had to wait here for about 20 minutes. But this is our train arriving now for London. I do apologize for like my bad camera skills. I was sort of just holding this like in my hand and just like not really looking of where I was pointing it. But this is our train that we're going to be getting on to take us to London, which was pretty good as it only took about an hour and a half, and usually it takes longer from where I am to other places which have been further away. Maybe because it is just London, these trains are faster. I don't know. I'm not too good with trains, but this train was good, and there was no problems with it, so that was awesome. And this is us actually getting onto it now. Okay, so this next clip shows off actually getting off the train and going on to Euston Station. We then needed to go to, I think it was Euston Square, which is part of the London Underground. That was our method. After we got to London, is to use the Underground to get to Tower Hill, which was close enough to walk to get to RuneFest. I think it was only 20 minutes away. So this is us literally walking. As you can tell, like the video quality isn't too great. It starts to really blur out later on. It's just I don't know what's like up with it. It's really good for taking pictures, but when you're recording, it isn't that great. And because I didn't actually like rewatch any of these videos until I got home, I realized it did go a bit funny, and you can really see now that it's like blurry, and yeah, it's not too great. But yeah, again, I apologize for like the camera skills. I'm not very good. I've never really done this before, so that's why it's always shaking that I am walking as well, so that doesn't help. But this is like the main part of the station area, and there's like loads and loads of people, like so many people, and then in a minute this guy just like walks like kind of straight in front of me. I nearly walk into him. I didn't even see. Look at that. Oh my god. But yeah, like it's really blurry now, but like there was loads of people standing here, and I tried to sort of record them all, and it's just like a massive station with loads of TVs everywhere, like showing you like what's coming, like the trains and stuff. And it's just it's massive, and like all the shops here are really expensive as well, to get food and things like that. But this is us walking. Like I had some like piece of paper with like Google Maps on, to sort of help me help us both get to Euston Square, which wasn't too bad actually. We got there all right, and there was no problems really in terms of using the London Underground. Like I was really nervous when using it because I thought, like, I've never done this before on my own. I've been in the London Underground before, like with my parents and stuff, but not on my own. So this was something new to me. And about now, I think I turned the camera around and I record both of us. So there we are. This is us like on our way now. We're getting so close. We're really excited as well. And yeah, we're just getting really close now to actually hitting the spot of RuneFest. Okay then, so this is the station we need to get to, Euston Square. This was what I was on about. And we're just walking up here, and like there were some random clothes to the side, which I recorded just like randomly lying there. Someone must have like stripped naked or something. I don't know. But we just continue walking up, and I think to the left of me is where the steps go down to go into London Underground. And it wasn't actually too busy. Like going in, I thought it was gonna be fairly busy going down there because it was like a Saturday and stuff. But it wasn't really too bad. It was always scary as well, like going into the Underground, because like I've seen some movies, like some horror movies of things like that where it happens in London Underground and things like that, and there's like them bombs that went off like beforehand. So this is like a shocker really, and it's just like I don't know, like the people down there as well. They could like have some knives on them or something. I don't know, but it was still really fun nonetheless. It was like a new experience, and just doing it myself. Well, I say myself, I was with Miffy, but still, we both really, this is like new to us, so we both really didn't know what we were like doing, but we sort of just helped each other out and worked together and stuff. But look at that, the camera quality just like loses its color as well. It's really, really weird and annoying. But as you can see, this is us going down, coming up to the ticket machines where we've got to put in our London Underground tickets and actually get onto the train and yeah, get to Tower Hill. Okay, so I have a small clip here of our London Underground train coming in. I didn't want to record too much just in case someone nicked my camera. But yeah, this is the train we got on, and as you can see, it's like completely packed in there like sardines. And you know, I don't want to get squished. I just wanted to go to RuneFest, but you know, this is what it is. Like, there's people running. It's going absolutely crazy, but it wasn't too bad actually. The bit we got on was kind of like it was all right. A lot of people came out here, so yeah, it was good. So this is now us off of the train. We were like sort of following everyone, and we realised we were actually going around in circles at this point. But we had to get out now. This is Tower Hill, which was the place we need to get off. I believe like RuneFest was only like 20 minutes away, so you know it wasn't too bad to walk from. And you know, this is where we actually started to walk off. And like the camera quality still kind of loses a bit of colour here, and like some random sort of lines up here, and it looks really weird when because like here the stairs. Like when I start walking up the stairs, it goes really sort of weird and blurry and fuzzy and just everything went wrong. And I wasn't actually trying to record this girl's ass in front of me. It's just my camera sort of was pointing at that when I was going up, and I did actually realize like I shouldn't just point at her just in case, whatever. But that's where the camera goes a bit funny. I don't know what happened to it, but yeah, this is us coming off of the stairs and actually getting outside. And it was cool to get outside again just because it's like fresh air and just like yes, we're nearly here. And just you know glad that we made it through really. So yeah, we're now coming up to the ticket machines again, where you obviously put your tickets through. Like the London Underground pass, I think it only cost me about like £7 for the day, which was really cheap actually. I thought it was gonna be a little bit more, but it was you know really kind of good. And you know obviously I had to use the London Underground on the way back as well, so it covered everything like that. And this is us actually you know walking outside now and getting really close to RuneFest. I think that was the Shard you just saw there, that massive sort of pointy building. I think that's what it's called, like the Shard. That's what my mum said. I don't really know. I've never been to London like too many times, so I don't know half of these buildings. Okay then, so now I have a few pictures, and you can probably tell by like the quality difference that this is a lot better. Just a few pictures of where we got off from Tower Hill, so it's kind of cool. There's the Shard again, and just a few sort of buildings which look kind of nice. And yeah, we're getting really close to RuneFest now. This next picture is, as you can see, just see the London Bridge and also the castle, which looks awesome. But this was the funny part. When we were at this place, we actually saw some people in front of us walking, and they kind of looked kind of RuneScapey. Some guys, some swords, and this girl had a tail. So we just sort of followed them, even though we knew where we were going. But these guys were also going to RuneFest too, which was awesome just to bump into some people. Okay, so this next clip shows a load more people going to RuneFest. Like we were walking the way to RuneFest, and all of a sudden, like we bumped into a whole load of people. This is pretty much all of them, and as you can see, there's Roger in front of me. We had Skyzer, Efficiency Scape, and also Miffy. And yeah, it was kind of nice to bump into them because you know it was just cool to be with the crowd sort of thing and just travel with them. Like we really didn't think we would like just bump into everyone, but we did. And then there's people in front of us who I was talking about earlier. Okay, so at this point of time, we were literally at RuneFest. This was like the final walk. It was just like this one road, and I zoom in here because there was like a crowd of people queuing up. Like I wasn't really thinking about how big the queue was. I was expecting, you know, to be all right. The doors open at 10 o'clock. It actually took a lot longer than 10. I think it went up to like 11 before everyone got in, maybe even later. I don't know what actually happened because I was actually quite far back, but it just took a while. But we eventually got in. It was awesome. And at this point, I was just sort of like, I thought I'd record the queue to show you because like there was quite a load of people, and even though I was there early, a load of people were there already, so they sort of beat me to the queue. But it wasn't too bad. Like the port we got on at the queue, like it did go on like behind us for quite a lot longer. So I guess we sort of still got lucky at our spot. And there's like a few people dressed up as well. So like shout out to you guys like for dressing up and you know wearing all that stuff because it is kind of cool for people to wear some RuneScapey stuff. Like we saw people with like rune armor and just you know other things like there's Saradome in there. So yeah, it was kind of cool to see their costumes, and it's really sort of impressive to see what they can do with that. Okay, so we've been waiting in the queue for a while, and I just thought I'd record my friend Rainy. He's wearing a Dungeoneering cape, so I just thought it was kind of cool to put in the video. Looks really good as well, and he's a good friend of mine too. I've known him for a couple of years, and he's a video maker as well. So you know, it's nice to speak to him and actually, you know, see him in real life because like I've just known him for a while now. And yeah, Mod Mark was just walking down, like talking to everyone, holding some god swords to get that, and just thought I'd still record this just to get like a close up and just speak to him. I did remove the commentary though because it was really bad. Like it was too loud, like the cars going past and loads of people talking. But still, as you can see, Mod Mark, he is an awesome mod as well, by the way. If you came to RuneFest and spoke to him, you'd realise that he is a really good Jagex mod, and yeah, he's cool. So this is where we were moving up the queue and getting quite close to sort of the start. And there was this massive boat, and I just thought I'd still record that because it was really nice just to see like a massive boat. It's like player in ports in real life or something. But yeah, there was loads of people in front of us still, and you can still see the queue. Like it was massive too, and it's like a lot longer than I thought. But we still got there eventually, and it wasn't too bad once everyone started moving. And on the way, there's these people wearing these awesome costumes. Like there's a dragon then, and an ent, and they were just like walking around throughout the whole day. So they were really cool to see, so I thought I'd still include that in the video because like they were just awesome costumes. So this now shows us actually in the RuneFest building. It took quite a while to actually get to this part, but we made it at the end. And yeah, this is us now pretty much just waiting in the queue just to get our lanyard to sort of allow us in. We still have to show our like ID and our RuneFest ticket. And yeah, then we're free to roam around and do whatever we want. So at this point, I was just recording all the goodie bags. As you can see, like there's a whole load of them, and anyone who sort of came through got one of these. So you know, it was kind of nice for everyone to get one. And now this was actually when we passed through, and this was like one of the first sort of areas, was the RuneScape merchandise. So I still thought I'd record it because I had a few awesome stuff like T-shirts, concept art, and things like that. And they were really nice. I didn't have much money on me though, so I couldn't actually buy anything. But it was really cool though. I did see it was like kind of busy in here, and a lot of people were buying stuff. And at this point, we bumped into Silent Core, and I forgot I was actually even recording at this point. I don't know what happened, but yeah, I spoke to him for a while. I saw him at Jagex anyway when I visited them earlier in the year, September. But still, it's cool to bump into him again and just see how he was doing, things like that. Because I've been watching his videos for a while now, and he's just a really cool guy in general. And then as we finished speaking to him, we heard something in the background, and this was the Player in Port song. So I thought I'd just include that anyway. So here we go for that. So listening to that was actually really kind of cool because I actually do like that song, and I saw it on the videos of off the RuneScape YouTube, and to see it actually in real life and be there to record it was awesome. So that was great. So as we made our way down, we did bump into another J mod, and that one is Mod Trance, also known as Joke in game. She's kind of cool. Like I met her at Jagex when I went in September. So I kind of like I'd sort of spoken to her before for a little bit. But as always, it's nice to speak to the J-mods in person, just see how they've been recently and, what they're doing on RuneScape currently, just having a nice chat. And yeah, it was nice to speak to Mod Trance again. So as we came out of the Dark Dungeons, we heard them sing that Player in Port song again, which was awesome. This time I actually got a better sort of angle of it. I got a bit closer, and I'm sure the sound quality is better as well. So again, I'm going to play it, and yeah, I hope you enjoy it. Alright then, so at this point in time, we had entered the games room, and like this is where you can really see the bad quality of my camera. I was trying to record that guy do the new barrows, and it's just like you just can't see anything. But still, I actually managed to play the new barrows, and I wasn't too bad at it as well. I was the last person alive on my team, but we all died at the end, and we didn't actually manage to kill it. But as you can see here, I'm just recording the other people do it and see how they're doing. But yeah, it was definitely cool to be like the first people to try out this new content because it is like really, really good. And like, thank you to Mod Chriselle for like programming such an awesome thing. So there was another part of the games room as well where you didn't just have to play barriers. There was just like loads of computers like lined up where you could just log into your RuneScape account and play RuneScape. Obviously, I did actually go on quickly just to say hi to like everyone in my friends chat and things like that. And it was cool to sort of just be there. It was some like they had some really good computers as well, like super fast. They had some like awesome mouses and keyboards too, so it was kind of cool to test them out. And this guy next to me here was doing Next at the time, so I sat here because there was a free computer and I was just talking to him, seeing what he's up to in terms of doing the Next and things like that. And then whilst on the computers, Kieran, Simon, and James started walking around, and I bumped into them and just started speaking to them. So there we go, got some camera footage of them there. So it's kind of cool to actually see RuneSharp because I've been a big fan of their videos, and I've always looked up to them as like video makers and things like that for when I started my videos. So it was nice to actually speak to them right there and then instead of on Skype and game or anything like that. So big shout out to them. They're all awesome guys, and I'm sure they know that. Okay, so what you can see on the screen right now is a insider session. I was actually trying to get to Dardan's presentation, but I went to the wrong room and I ended up in the audio insider session, which, audio is not my favorite thing about the game, but it's still sort of cool to sort of listen to what they had to say about, the future of the audio and, what they're planning to do with it, because I think audio is going to be an awesome feature in the game in the future. It's already starting to sound really good in the game right now, so I'm really looking forward to see what they can do with it. So there we go. So next we were making our way down to the live streaming room and I bumped into Mod Osborne. I thought I'd just get a cheeky recording of it here. I didn't actually get around to speaking to him, but still, I thought I'd record him because, a lot of people do like him and I like him as well. He's a cool guy and, there we go for a bit of Mod Osborne. Okay, so next is the live streaming room and you had to be like really careful when you came into this room because you couldn't speak, you couldn't make any noises because obviously, they didn't want any interruption throughout the whole thing. So this is me actually going in now and you had to be just silent whilst going through. But there we go, that's what it looks like actually behind the scenes of the live stream itself. There's Mod Mac, he's an awesome guy. I met him when I went to Jagex as well. But yeah, when I put my camera to it, you can see that this is what the live stream thing looks like when you're sort of behind it. And yeah, it's like something new to me because I've actually never sort of been behind a video when they're recording or anything like that before. So I was like fascinated to see, how it works and things like that. Plus I got to speak to some awesome people such as Silent Core again, Regicidal, and also Mod Paul M. And then for anyone that wants to see some pictures of this, a bit better quality than the video, then this is some here. There's Regicidal, I got to speak to him and he's an awesome guy. And we also bumped into James Hannigan, who is, who designed the new music in the game. And then coming up to the end of the day, we had this massive insider session with a load of JMods at the front, just talking about, questions asked from the community, which they were answering. And I was actually sitting next to Regicidal at this time, so it's kind of cool to just to chat with him. And then I got some screenshots here of all the JMods in a line. And at this point, we were allowed to ask them some questions, sort of like just a one-to-one sort of thing. So if you're a bit shy asking in front of a load of people, you could do it now, which is always nice. I did ask a few things, but I can't actually remember what I said now. But there we go for that part. So yeah guys, that was all the footage I got. I never actually got some on the way back, I just didn't really think about it. But I had a really, really awesome time at RuneFest. I met so many awesome people and it was definitely worthwhile. I will definitely be going to the next one as well, and I will book a hotel to stay there for the night before and the night after as well to have a good time and see how that goes. But guys, I really hope you've enjoyed this video. Let's see if this vid can get about 300 likes. That'd be awesome if it did. I did try my very best to get the best footage here because like I said, like at the start of it was difficult for me to actually get some. But yeah guys, that's gonna be it from me. I really hope you've enjoyed this video and I'll see you in the next one.